positive high. Oh, I'm not going to be a diva, I'll be good.
Right, this is Heather's Cake Kitchen for EcoEdenBodies21, take 1.
From here.
I love it. Hello, Heather.
Hello, Anne.
Hang on, if I kind of stand here, because otherwise the light is shining right through the window.
Would you like the light on? Would that be easy?
No, it should be alright. It's just the light coming through the window. If I'm facing the window, it's not good. Okay, so today we are making, we're going to make vegan cupcakes. Which ones are we doing first?
We're going to do the ones that are gluten and dairy free. And I'm replacing the eggs to make them vegan.
Okay.
Because the usual with just the gluten free and dairy free ones, you use egg. You can use eggs for vegetarians.
Yeah.
But not obviously for.
Yeah, they're vegan.
For vegan, you have to replace eggs. So instead of using eggs, I'm using what you call energy.
Egg replacer.
Yeah, the egg replacer.
So, and we can buy that. You can buy that in the health food shop.
The health food shop, yeah.
Food for living.
Yeah, that's the where I buy, and it's £6 something a pack.
Yeah.
Right. So the first thing I do, I've done for quickness. I've actually done a lot of it. You measure out 85 ounces of the gluten-free plain flour.
Yep.
Which in ounces is 3 ounces.
Yep.
And then 45 grams of maize flour, or they say or corn flour. But I've used corn flour and it's made it really, you can taste the corn flour, didn't I? So I've changed it to the corn flour, which is maize flour, which I got from the health food shop again.
Yeah, food for living, yeah.
Right, got there. And I used 45 grams of that. And then you use 45 grams of almond flour.
So that's ground almonds,
ground
isn't it?
Almonds, that's what it's using. And 1 teaspoon of gluten-free baking powder.
Yep.
And then what you have to do, you've got to sieve it 4 times.
So that's all those...
All those dry ingredients.
All those dry ingredients.
Sieve 4 times. So we'll just finish off the last
This
bit
is the last sieve. And it is very, can I just stress that it is important that you sieve it the 4 times.
Yes.
Don't think, oh, do you know, I can't be asked, I'm going to do it once.
Yeah.
Because then your cake won't rise.
It won't rise. I haven't tried just those cinnamon ones. I've just gone to the recipe because in the book she says with gluten-free flour it needs to be sieved.
Yeah.
I think it goes cloppy if it doesn't.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't rise. I don't know the exact reason. I suppose maybe the gluten-free flour is more heavier sort of thing than ordinary flour, which you can buy. Right, now we've sieved them. That's been sieved 4 times.
Yep.
Now I've also weighed out I've got dairy-free margarine.
Yep.
I either use Vitalite or there's another one called Pure.
Yeah,
which I've used
Pure
Pure.
soya.
I haven't used the Vitalite yet, so this is going to be fun.
Oh, right.
I've used the Pure was the last time is what I've used.
Yeah.
So you use it's 175 grams, which is 6 ounces of marg, and then it is the unrefined caster sugar, which you can buy from any supermarket. It's golden caster sugar, which I've used unrefined, and that is the same amount, 175 grams, which is 6 ounces.
Yep.
So now I'm going to put this on, which is going to be rather noisy now, I'm afraid.
So if you could just quickly, if you don't have a... Look at this for a gadget, guys. Wow. I want one of those. If you don't have one of those...
you can use the hand-free...
Hand blender.
Yeah, hand blender.
Or a hand mixer.
You use that, but you don't, with gluten-free flour, I've been told you can't use a food processor.
Okay.
Because I don't know what it is I suppose because it hasn't got a beater.
Yeah.
And I don't suppose it beats up.
Yeah.
Whereas it's only got blades, isn't it? So it won't be the same. I don't know.
Well, it's not going to beat the air into it.
Yeah.
So guys, if you don't have any of those electrical things, you can always use a spoon and your arm.
Yes. Which I haven't done for a long time. I did it when I was at school now. I haven't done it since. So here we go. I'm going to put it on. You are the noisy.
There it goes. That was quick.
You've got to be careful. It says to not
Overbeat it.
Overbeat everything because so I think let me read the rest of it. So I think we have got to I'll do a bit of egg replacement now.
So sorry, what was in the mixer there?
The mixer was it was the dairy-free margarine.
Yeah.
And the unrefined caster sugar.
All right. Yeah. So you're basically beating the flour.
Yeah, you beat that first. Make it nice.
Beating the fat into the sugar. Sorry.
Yeah. You've got to add that now. With the egg replacer, you always use that last because it's for quickness. Because otherwise, I don't think it will rise quickly. So
right.
So I use that last. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to put the the dry mixture into the
sugar.
bowl.
Yeah,
Into
sugar
and
and
the
fat.
marsh now. Combined, basically.
All combined, and it has a paleness to it, doesn't it?
Yeah. This is quite pale anyhow.
So it's almost like a very thick batter kind of thing.
Yeah.
But if you're using the dairy-free margarine, because it's not a saturated fat, it will become that way a lot quicker than if you're using butter.
Yeah. You don't have to mix it as long.
Yeah.
It combines a lot quicker than ordinary.
Absolutely.
But with these mixes, it mixes up quick.
Even quicker.
Even quicker. Speed of guns up.
The other thing you could use, if you didn't want to use soya, is you can use coconut oil, which is really nice in cakes.
And there's there are. I think it just depends. It's trial and error.
And your personal taste as well, I think.
Of everything. You can use vinegar, and there's all sorts of egg replacers you can use now.
So as I said, she's putting. This is the dry mixture.
This is the dry mixture
that
we sieved 4 times.
Yeah, into the sugar fat mixture.
I'm just going to give this a quick round, and then I will use my egg replacer.
Yeah.
But you've got to use it really quickly.
Okay.
So I've been told. I just go by the book with these because I haven't done these as often as I do all
normal cakes. Yeah.
So it's trial and error basically.
Yeah. So here we have
that's sort of combined
the cupcake cases.
Yeah. All ready.
Oh, and what if we
always
preheated the oven
always preheat the oven to gas mark. This is gas mark 5. So
gas mark 5, which is 375 Fahrenheit. These are really cool. I've got one of these at home on my fridge. Or 190 degrees centigrade. If you're using a fan oven, that'll be 160. Okay. So you're mixing. So what are you doing there, Heather? 4 and 5.
And I'll get with you in a minute.
Yeah.
6. So this recipe requires 3 eggs. Normal cupcakes normally require 1, but for some reason this requires 3. So this is with this one, if you've got to beat it, you do it just like this. But some recipes, I think with chocolate chip brownies and that, you don't add water, you just put it into the thing I was reading. But
so that's
this I've used
4.5
tablespoons of the G,
tablespoons of the egg replacer, and 6 tablespoons of warm water. Cool. And that's going into
this is going into here.
a mix.
Mix. has used is, I don't know what this recipe's got. I normally with my vanilla cupcake add vanilla, but it hasn't got vanilla in. I'll stick to the recipe. I usually add vanilla flavouring with the Madagascan one, which always gives a nice flavour. Do you want that added or?
Yeah, absolutely. Vanilla's always good.
Yes, vanilla.
We like vanilla. So just a little bit. You don't. If you're using proper vanilla essence, you don't need a lot of it.
I've got this. The actual. I had a look the other day. They do vanilla paste as well.
That's what I use because it doesn't contain the alcohol.
Yeah, which is better. I have got another one of vanilla extract.
Yeah.
You never overbeat. You've got to be careful not to overbeat cupcakes.
Yeah. Otherwise they become quite heavy, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Muffins are the same.
Yeah. I haven't made any muffins anymore. That's the thing. But we'll have a go at see these ones, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that the recipe actually works today. And then we'll have a go at making cupcakes with my ordinary cupcake recipe in place. I haven't had that, so we're going to have an experimental day.
See, Heather makes cakes for occasions. So recently she made her son's wedding cake, which was really cool, and a christening cake as well. That was this weekend.
This weekend,
christening,
yeah, and a load of cupcakes.
This weekend just gone.
Yes, but with eggs, unfortunately.
Yeah. So if you guys out there, if you want gluten-free or vegan cakes made for a special occasion, or just if you want Heather to make your cake for you.
I'm free. Sounds good, doesn't it? I'm free.
Except she's not free. She does charge for her services. And rightly so, because her cakes are amazing.
Well, let's hope they turn out as well. I'll say this, and now I'm just going to put you usually use it, it's an ice cream scoop we use because it gets
is that the right kind of
the right amount of mixture into the cupcakes, because you don't want them to be too full, because you put your frosting on top, don't you? So
yeah.
You need to leave room for your frosting. So go.
Cool.
Right, now this is all done. We shall put in the oven.
So you don't need to pat them down or anything.
No,
They'll kind of do their own thing when they're in there.
Chuck them in, and you
bung them in the oven.
Bung them in the oven, and I think it's 25 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes.
Let's have a look. 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I cook them for the 20 because I find ordinary these cupcakes do need the 20. Sometimes they need a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I think it's because all the placement. I mean, normally with my normal cupcakes, sometimes when I first do a first batch, I have to bake them for the 20.
Yeah.
And then because my oven gets hotter, the oven gets the less time you have to usually use them.
Yeah.
So we will have a go.
And what's the best way to test to see if a cake is cooked? Little cakes like that.
Usually, you do the normal. Well, I normally just put my finger on it and it springs back up. It's cooked. But you can use your little, as she said,
little skewer.
Your little skewer thing. I've got it on. It can buy. I can't find it, but there's also this one as well. You stick in. But I find it's a bit too big, and if it goes red, it's cooked. But I've got another one which seems to have done its walking. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, little cake skewer. All right, I've got a skewer. As long as it's metal.
Yeah, I just put it in.
Because then, and when it comes out, if it's clean, it's cooked.
And obviously,
that's good for big cakes, isn't it?
Yeah. I always use it for my big cakes.
Yes.
It's the best way to make sure that they are cooked.
Yeah.
Don't want to give someone an uncooked cake.
Although saying that, when I was a kid, we used to eat the cake mixture out of the bowl. So.
Well, do you want to have some cake mixture out of the bowl?
No, I'm all right. Thank you, Heather.
Big grown up now. Yeah, I'm saying that. I still like.
I don't know if it was chocolate cake. I think that might be different.
Yeah. Well, we could have made chocolate ones. We can do for the second one, make chocolate ones if you would like to make chocolate ones.
I'm thinking, because I'm thinking of taking them to class tomorrow for people. So not everyone eats chocolate, do they?
No.
So I think if we stick to vanilla, I think that's...
Okay, then we'll do that then.
Much as I'd like chocolate ones.
More fun, yeah. But
Yeah, definitely more fun to eat them.
than ordinary ones, yeah. Now I'm going to do some washing up because...
Okay, so we're gonna leave you for a minute.
Yeah.
And we'll come back to you when we check the cakes. So yeah.
Make some frosting.
Come back to you in a minute.
Yeah. Hopefully these are
So we're just going to check the cakes. Cakes. Ooh, they smell good. Do they boing?
They don't seem to boing as much. I'm just wondering, because they're a bit, they do go a bit flat compared to thingy, but I think they've come out clean, so I think they are ready. They don't spring up as much as ordinary cupcakes done, but they should be done because they've had I've had them in for 22 minutes, and basically I like to leave them a bit longer because it gives them a bit of colour as well. So
cool.
They smell, and I usually know when a cake's done by the smell. If
they smell really good.
They smell.
We don't have smell-o-vision, sorry.
No. Usually, when you can smell them, it's usually is when they're done.
Yeah.
I always find. So
Hot.
What are in there?
Okay, I was just about to have a really hot cake.
Alright.
Oh dear. Okay.
So we'll let them cool down now. And what we'll do is we're going to make...
So that's the gluten-free, egg-free and dairy-free.
Dairy-free, yeah.
They're cupcakes there.
Yeah, that's what they are. So what we'll do now is we're going to do the frosting for the cupcakes now, which it should be 9 ounces of
icing sugar.
Icing sugar. Get my thumb round. And then it is usually 3.5 ounces of thing, but I've only got 7 of our icing sugar.
So we're throwing and hoping.
Yeah, basically. But it's just getting the right sort of mixture.
Consistency.
Consistency, that's the word I was looking for.
So we've sieved. We've sieved that, haven't we?
We've sieved that.
Sieved the icing sugar.
So I sieved the icing sugar. I always put usually this or save my scales, because if I'm going to use my scales again, it's just stop having to keep washing them all the time.
Yeah.
It says 3.5, so I'm going to go with 2. And if it's not enough, we can. How's that?
Perfect.
We can add a little bit more. We'll see when it's mixing up.
Yeah.
How it goes. Right. Now as well with ordinary frosting you use milk, but I find when I've made the dairy free one, because as Andrew and I were discussing with ordinary butter and that, it's got the fat in it.
Yeah, it's got the saturated fat, so it's thicker.
So it goes thicker, so you have to use a lot of milk. I usually use 1 fluid ounce of milk to thin it out.
Yeah.
But I did trial and error. I had to go and did it, and it ended up looking like water. So all I add now really is just a tiny bit of soy milk. Yeah. That's if I need it. I just go by the consistency of the
frosting. Yeah.
The frosting.
Cool.
So what I'll do is going to put this on slow and hope it doesn't shoot. Would help if I put the beater on, doesn't it? Can't get anywhere without sticking the beater on. There we go. Something like that, folks. Here we go. And we'll put that mix it up until it combines a bit. I'm going to add a little bit more marge to it, because I think it might need it, because I don't want to
runny.
Yeah.
So So add the vanilla essence first if you're using vanilla essence or lemon essence, whatever that is for you. And then if it still needs more liquid, you can add.
Yeah, I can add
soy milk, rice milk, almond milk, whatever.
Usually when I've got
you like.
the right amount of sugar and dairy-free margarine in, I only use a smidgen of milk.
Yeah.
Soy milk. But
So we'll just have a quick look in there.
Because I've altered the liquid this time.
Here we go.
I think it just needs a smidgen in here as well. And hopefully, it's turned down. I think we only need a smidgen again. It's better to add less than more.
Yeah.
I found
There we go. That's the finished frosting there, vanilla frosting. Smells gorgeous. It's good. Cakes are cooling. Do. That's good. So the next lot of cupcakes we're making, they are the vegan ones.
They'll still be vegan, yeah.
They're vegan, but they're not gluten free.
They're not gluten free.
Okay.
We're going to have. This is an experiment.
Yeah, this one is the experiment.
I've never ever used.
Basically, what we're doing is we're using a bog standard cupcake recipe, just replacing the egg, the butter, and the milk with dairy free. So the gas mark for the oven is 3, which works out at 325 Fahrenheit, 170 centigrade. If you're using a fan oven, that's 150. Okay, so we're back. We just had a cup of tea, waiting for the cakes to cool. So what we're doing?
We are now going to see how many cupcakes I can get out of this icing.
There you go.
So we will do. Let's have a wheel around. I don't know how many.
This recipe is a normal cupcake recipe, so this is our experiment. We're just replacing the butter with soy marge, we're replacing the egg with the egg replacement, and we're replacing milk with soy milk. So we shall see. So this is Heather's lab, if you like. This is Heather's laboratory where she does all her baking experiments.
Right. See where I'm going. Do this one. Put flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, and butter in a freestanding lecture. Oh, everything gets put in together. Your flour,
so
your sugar.
It's a, what do they call that? They call that all in one
recipe. Yeah. Because and I've got to have salt. Excuse me, Andrew. Just got some salt. I can never remember why they put salt in there.
Don't know.
Yeah. Some recipes that use salt, and I haven't got a clue. Whisk, vanilla, yeah, and milk. Get some soy milk out. See that I'm not prepared for that. Right. Let's start. What did I say? 4.5 ounces of flour. So it's not a lot there.
So is that plain flour?
This is plain flour, yes. I always use a good flour. You can, I mean, no difference if you buy like the store brand.
Yeah.
They're just as well. But I always find with the name brand ones that sounds silly, but I think they all seem to be a bit lighter. I mean, with flours nowadays, you don't really need to sieve them. But I think it's because I've been brought up the old-fashioned way.
I think if you're making cakes, I think it can't hurt to sieve the flour because you're getting air into it, which will make the cake lighter.
Yeah, I mean they do. I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder now.
Yep.
Which is
that's the rising agent.
Yeah, and here's the vegan one. Vegetarians and vegans can use it.
Yeah.
It's got, I don't know, it's got something.
It's not animal based.
That's it, yeah. Most of the baking powder, that's the Dr. What's his name one?
Yeah.
But I think all his one is now all vegetarian free.
The vegetarian free. They've got no live vegetarians in them. I knew what you meant.
Well, there you go. I want some caster sugar now. It's 5 ounces of caster sugar. Which I'm using only caster sugar. I mean, some cupcakes do like, they have the golden.
I'll tell you what I use. I use muscovado sugar in my cakes. I know it's not strictly proper because it's not fine.
Yeah, I do.
But I like the taste. I like the taste of muscovado sugar.
I use all the muscovado in, I was going to say 5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I use, what's 5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I use, okay, I'm going daft me all day. I use it in all my fruit cakes. Because
gives it an extra flavour.
Yeah. Lovely. I'm just double checking. Yeah, put flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, and butter into freestanding electric mixer.
You haven't put the salt in yet.
Yeah, or a handheld one.
Yeah.
And you beat on slow to begin with. I suppose you've got to do it on slow because otherwise you'll end up with a
flour cloud.
Yes. I've done that before now. And it's even worse with icing sugar, believe me.
It gets everywhere, doesn't it?
Yeah, I end up looking white at the end of the day. Right, I've got to use, it is 1.5 ounces. It's, when it's all, this is the dairy free marge, but usually use unsalted butter if you're using ordinary. Just tidge out. So, and by the way, I have washed my hands. Should tell everybody that I've washed my hands. I usually get it quite quick. That's it now. Do that. I've put it on this, say my scale's getting dirty. I have to keep changing my scale all the time.
It's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, use that old greaseproof paper.
Yeah.
Because if you sometimes do the flour and then you put the butter in and then you remember you've got to put your sugar in.
Yeah, it'll get stuck to the bowl.
Yeah, and it is horrible. It's a pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt in it. And then what we do is you beat it up until it's a sandy consistency.
Cool. Is that wet sand or dry sand?
Well, it helps if you put the beater on so it doesn't fall off. As well. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Terrible. Right, going to be noisy again, I'm afraid. I want to mix up the...
When do you put the vanilla in?
You put the vanilla in with the soy milk. I've got a little...
Okay,
my
that's
little
cool.
And this is really good, this one. From Lakeland. A little measuring jug.
Oh, that's really cute.
Really
Where
cute
did you get that from?
Lakeland.
Oh.
It's really cute, and it's really good when you only do, oh look, just tablespoons. I
Little bit.
that.
Cool.
Teaspoons there. I never noticed that on the back there.
How long have you had it for?
Quite a while. Because I used using this for the fluid ounces.
Yeah.
And it's usually, it should be, it's half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 120 mils of milk, but we're using the substitute, we're using soy milk, which I've never used before.
What's 120 mils in fluid
They never
ounces?
do anything in, so they've got 125 and make it 4.5, so I'll use 4
fluid ounces.
4 fluid ounces. I have got a bowl, I've got a jug that does it here. I think. Right, well, I'll just use this.
Yeah.
These are what I do, I'll give them there. So, you infuse your thing. I think you put half of that in and whisk it up. Yeah, whisk it. Yeah, you do that. I'm talking about the waddle, aren't I? But you gradually pour in half the milk. So what I'll do is I'll do 2 fluid ounces, and then I will then I'll put the vanilla essence in the second half of the milk, and that gets added afterwards.
Cool.
And then I'll add the egg replacement after I've combined the milk and the essence.
Cool.
You're supposed to use it last.
Yeah.
To keep the lid on. Now, it's now, go away Moth. You say I'll put this already so it's already 1.5 teaspoons of the egg replacement, and I can find the spoon, so
1.5 teaspoons,
1.5 teaspoons, and then you add 2 tablespoons of water, but I'm just prepping this ready now, and then I'll add the water just before I have to pour it into there.
Okay.
I'll take it out of the packet. These ones are 1.5 teaspoons. I bought these years ago.
So it's a good idea to buy measuring spoons.
Yeah, measuring spoons
because
or cups.
Teaspoons, tablespoons and dessert spoons are all different shapes and sizes these days, so it's hard to get accurate measurements from them.
I've got 2 options. I like this one because it does all the quarter and half.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got these.
But you can buy them in places like Wilkinson's, Asda, really cheaply. They're not expensive.
No. And then you can buy the cups for measuring as well, because some of the recipes I've got just from vegetarian are all
they're American or Australian, aren't they, which are cups.
That's it. Right, I'm going to add my milk now. Slowly pour it in. Now,
so that's the first little lot.
That's the first little lot. Now I'll put the second lot in, and I will add a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Oh, it ended up being a bit more, but never mind. So you don't mind the cake being vanilla?
No, we like vanilla.
Yes, we definitely do. And we'll add a bit more. But what I'm going to be is cautious and add a little bit, because like with the frosting, it may end up being too sloppy.
Yeah.
I just thought about that.
So add a little bit at a time.
A little bit at a time.
Check the consistency as you go.
So I don't want it to be sloppy. But I mean, cupcake recipes are sloppy anyhow. So let's just turn this on. So I don't want it to be too wet. And I've got a funny feeling that I'm not going to need as much milk. As normal. Because that seems quite sloppy.
Yeah.
So, it's missing out on its essence, isn't it? And a bit more of the essence because it's in the milk, isn't it?
Mm.
I like my cupcakes to be, I like them to taste the vanilla.
Yeah.
With their vanilla cupcakes.
Vanilla's really nice.
I think that actually, yeah, I don't want to risk them being too sloppy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just gonna, right, now I'm going to use, here we are, 2 tablespoons of warm water into the blender. And I just thought the egg hadn't been moved, did they? I just thought that the egg replacer hasn't been put in yet. So I'm hoping it's not going to be too sloppy. It's more liquid, isn't it?
More liquid, yeah.
I'm just thinking. Should be okay.
If it's too sloppy, you could always put some ground almonds in there.
Yeah.
Because if the egg replacer has to go in last, it's difficult to gauge that, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it is quite sloppy anyhow. Mixture.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave it up. No, it's fine. Fine. Yeah, I think that's done. You don't want. Oops, let's put a bit more. Sorry. Got to use all my egg replacer, haven't we?
Mhm.
Help her switch it on. There we are.
Cool.
That's that done now. And do you know what I didn't do was get my tray ready, did we? With should we use some pretty pink ones?
Let's use pink ones, yes. So that's
The blue ones landing on top of me.
Let's just have a quick look at that. Whoa.
So the consistency is very similar to the other one.
Cake goodness. Yes.
Yeah. Well, this one I know is
Cool.
always really watery anyhow.
Yeah.
Right here, and now we will have to work out how much. Maybe we could have made it a bit more, but I think that just looks.
And we're using the.
On. I'll put them on for 20.
So they're going in the oven. 20 minutes. It says 20 to 25 minutes on the recipe. So check them after 20 minutes if they need a little bit longer. And you can leave them in for another few minutes.
Yeah. Right.
So we eagerly await the results, our conclusion to our experiment.
Yes. See whether it works or not.
Buzzer's going off. They've been in for 20 minutes. They weren't quite ready, so they've been in for another 5.
They still look a bit pale, don't they? I don't know why they're so pale.
Are they cooked? I don't think that matters, that they're a bit pale.
Come out clean. So yeah, I think they're ready.
Cool.
You want to leave them in a bit longer?
No, so we don't want them to be dry, do we?
No, that's true. I think maybe if I put my shelf up a bit higher, maybe they might cook a bit quicker.
Yeah.
And they might go a bit browner. But these are. It's weird, isn't it? Now you think the vegan ones, with the gluten free, they weren't brown, and these ones do. Look, they're springing up.
Yeah.
So they are done.
Cool.
Just check they're all done here. But then again, you've got frost. You've got a thingy going on the top.
Yes.
Haven't you? So.
Indeedy.
Yeah.
Very good.
But they froze really well. So Let's get the other cool ones out. Oh, I'll tell you what, I can put these on, let them cool.
Yep.
And we have got some sugar paste, which is already coloured blue, but I think I've got a bit white. And what we'll do is
cut out some.
We'll cut out some.
Things.
I'll get my things. Put little roses on them.
Ooh.
And I've got some.
So here we are, putting the final decorations on the dairy-free vegan cupcakes. These are some of the flowers that we've got to put on the cake as well. Handmade by Heather.
My fairy hands.
So we're using sugar paste.
Yes, which is gluten-free.
Gluten-free vegan sugar paste.
Yes, we do need to put some underneath. I've always got a non-stick board.
So that there is icing sugar sprinkled on the board.
Let's roll it out. Oops. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to get out of these, so we'll just see what we've got. These. If it works. I'll move it down there. That'll be sticking a bit. Rolling pin with
What's it got on there? Flowers?
flowers, little flowers, yes.
Cool.
So we'll see, we can do a bit of both. Let's just see if this cut is the right size. Yeah, awesome. Some petals. Big got petals on.
Yeah.
And that rose is even too big, isn't it? I know. Don't look blue, but there you go.
Oh, cool.
Just petals. It just jazzes it up a wee bit, doesn't it? Eh? Oh, this one's a big one. Haven't gone there. Put that on the white one. Yeah, it doesn't look fantastic with a petal, but
it's fine.
I could use the small one. The small one looks better than the big one. Yeah. And voila!
Voila!
We have got some cupcakes with a huge, great big rose. That's too big. And some petals left from my son's wedding.
Cool. Yeah, they're good.
It'd be handy to try some other recipes. Like we'll have to do some chocolate ones because Angie's favourite. We
loves the chocolate.
We like chocolate. I like chocolate. What lady doesn't like chocolate?
And all because the lady loves milk tray. For any of you that are over a certain age, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. For all you youngsters out there, you won't have a clue.
It's got to really start bonkers, but you know, there again.
Well, we are. Okay, thank you, Heather, for your time today.
You're welcome.
And I hope you guys out there enjoy baking your vegan or gluten vegan friendly cakes.
So now we know that you can use the egg replacement in the cupcakes, but I did get told with some recipes you can't, so I suppose you'd have to
experiment.
Yeah, and just see. And good luck.
Absolutely. Happy cake eating.